Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Lexi. Today I'm going to be cleaning my beeswax for the very first time. Last time we were together, you watched me harvest my honey, and now I am left with all this beeswax that I am going to clean and then get stored for when I'm ready to use it. I'm gonna turn it into some really cool things, like I'm thinking some candles, lip balms. I'm wondering if you can make soap with it. I'm not really sure, but all the fun things. Okay, now that I have this in the pot with some water, I'm just going to let it sit here on a really low simmer, melt it all down. I'm gonna stir it occasionally. If you saw last week's video, you were with me when I harvested all my honey, and you would know that a lot of my frames unfortunately broke. So for instance, this wax has a lot of honey in it still, which normally I would not want to be the case, but I kind of did with what I could with those frames. The best thing to do was to just pull all the wax off, because I wasn't gonna put those frames back into my hive because I didn't trust them. I strained them the best I could, but this is what I'm working with now. So like I said, we're gonna let this heat up, and then I'm gonna check back in with you guys when it's all melted down. Okay, so I thought I had cheesecloth, but I guess I'm out. So I must have used it all when I was extracting the honey. So I'm just going to put it through this strainer. This could be a very bad idea. I don't know. I'll show you what it's looking like. Here it is. It's looking very weird. So I'm going to pour that through here into this. And then I'm gonna go from there. I'm gonna let this cool off, and I'll do like a little time lapse to show you the wax harden on top of the water. And then after that, I'm going to see what it's all looking like, and then we might run it again. I don't know, but let's just do this for now. Oh no. Oh. I'm making a mess. Oh no. Okay. What if I kind of expected things to go this way, I'm not gonna lie, but I think what I'm gonna do is let this cool down, hopefully get my wax disc on the top, and then go from there. I'm just confused because like it looks like everything bad is on top, and all the videos I've watched it's supposed to be on the bottom. And then I spilled a bunch on the sides. So yeah, let's just let it cool off, and then we can figure out what we're gonna do. Okay, so it has dried. It's still looking a little funky, so I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to put it back in here and kind of do another round. I ran some hot water through this to try to get the rest of it out. I'm seeing now there's some on the bottom, so I'm gonna try to scrape that off into the pot. I'm gonna throw this away. This is all the junk you don't want, like bee parts, and I'm not really sure what else. And then I'm going to strain it again. If it looks dirty again like it did the last time, I'll probably just wait till the morning and go get another cheesecloth and do it again. But I'm gonna let this come back up to a boil, melt all the wax, and I will come back when I'm done. Okay guys, it's the next day. My wax has set. This one is looking pretty clean and good. This one has a couple little nasties in it still, but I think I'm going to just leave it for now. I also scraped off everything that I could from the other bowl. And just know, if you get it somewhere you don't mean to, it's really hard to get it back off. I also was like really wishful thinking in the amount that I was going to get. So I got this whole pan. I was like, oh, I'm going to fill this whole thing. I don't even know if that'll fill one. But what I'm gonna do now is pull this off, break it up into little pieces, and stick it in this muffin pan. And I'm gonna put it in the oven. How hot is this able to go to? Do not exceed above 428 degrees. Okay, so I will not go above 428 degrees, but I'm going to throw it in the oven and let it melt directly in here because, and I might like add pieces if it doesn't all fit. I wanna do it this way because I feel like putting it into a jar in like a double boiler and melting it and pouring it in, there's gonna be a bunch left on the jar that like you can't scrape out. And so far, what I'm learning is, like I said, if you get it somewhere that you don't want it, it's probably not gonna come out. Another tip I would give you because of that is maybe get like designated pans and spatulas that you're gonna use for this designated reason. Because now my pot, I don't think that pot's gonna come back from this. Anyway, let's get to breaking it up and putting it in here. I'm gonna get the oven going and then we'll see how this works. Ew, that's so ugly. It is pretty thick actually, so that's exciting. I set the oven to 375 and I'm just going to put those in and I will bring it back out when this is melted. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes. Majority of it is melted, so I'm just gonna add a little more. Okay, I'm gonna put this back in for another 10 minutes. Okay, I just pulled these out. It only took about 5 minutes actually for that to melt. And I think I'm just gonna leave it at this level for those. I'm gonna let these cool completely. And then now that I know kind of how much can go in each one, then I will do the rest of the wax. I want this to cool evenly, so I'm gonna take that out. Okay, it's a couple hours later. These are now completely cooled. What I really like about this silicone baking pan is you literally can just pop it right out. Oh. You can pop it right out and all this juice comes out. I don't know what this is, if this is wax or I kind of want to say no. I feel like I should dig this off. I don't know. Tell me down in the comments what this is, if this is beeswax or if this is just gunk. Because clearly this yellow is beeswax. Going to cut majority of this weird looking part off. I'm gonna pick up one of these too. All the water went to the bottom, which is nice. You can see obviously where the beeswax is. Here's what we've got so far. We've got 3 little pucks that are really cute on this side, but they're kind of ugly on the back. I don't know, I'm still really excited about it though. Pure beeswax. I'm gonna put them in here, and I'm gonna get the rest of this wax into this. The back of this puck looks the same. It's pretty and then it's nasty, so I don't know, whatever. I'm just gonna use it anyway. After I got this all melted down, I had to run a couple of errands, and so I just left it on the counter for, it was a few hours, right about here, and then I pulled them all out and decided to cut the rest of whatever that stuff is off of these ones as well. I can't wait to use these in the future, so stick around for those videos. It'll probably be quite a while from now before I'm able to do anything with this, because you want to make sure you have enough to actually make it worth your while when you go to do something with the wax, which I think is a pretty good start, so I'm really excited. Thank you so much for watching, and please hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!